Welcome back and welcome new viewers. I am about to start on this next live stream. I'll be waiting about a minute to get started. In the meantime, my iron is hot. I will be sewing McCalls skipper dresses number 7480, and we're going to be doing number D. Now this is made with tiny baby rickrack. That is very hard to find now since it was being sold in the 60s and 70s. I do have some, but it is larger. So I'm not going to use it because it's not going to be helpful for the design. But I'm always looking for these baby rickracks. And usually it's in the secondary stores, online shops. So here is Skipper. We're going to move her to the side. She's going to be our model. And I'm going to start first off and foremost to show the pieces while I am doing this. So this is vintage fabrics. As you can see, it is kind of folded over. It's been that way for decades. So I'm going to press it to help me out a bit. And this is while we wait for a couple of more viewers to come on board. Was not done intentionally. It's just something that I decided to do right now on the spur of the moment. I was just going to get started. And the reason why I decided to do this right now is I used this fabric last night and I used it for another McCall skipper pattern. And it was bent. And when I did the reversible coat, it was for a reversible coat, the bent was involved and it made the coat a little bit kind of wonky because it had a little bit extra fabric from the fold. And when I sewed it, you know, it kind of like a slight little bump. So trying to avoid that, oops, just got that in here. It's not as crucial because it is a skirt. So this is the skirt part, and I see some people coming on board, so we're just going to get started. So let me put this along to the side here. So this is the skirt, and I'll show you the way the pattern looks like. It's like this, and what you're going to do is let's go the way it's supposed to be. So when you cut it, it's going to be on a fold. So this is the piece. So it was placed on a fold. Here is piece number one. We're going to gather it at the top, and then we're going to put the little pockets. I'm also going to be doing the shorts. It's kind of backwards. And I am going to be doing it just the way the pattern is cut out for. It's going to have a snap. So this is the back part, and this part right here we're going to sew fold it over and then sew it along over here for the back and the front, but we're going to do the front first. And this is the way the top looks like. And I'm going with this slow detail because this is for beginners. So let's think that we have a lot of beginners here. It's going to take about 2 minutes. So this is the bodice. It is on a fold. And let's pretend that the fabric is on the other side. So when you go like this right here is the sleeve. This is the shoulder and the neck. So this part is right here. And I'll show you the piece in a second. So I went ahead and have these pre-cut. And this is what I was talking about, the fold. So when I cut it, I made sure that it was the correct size. So let's iron this at the moment. It's just going to be a second. Okay, so there. So this is cut on a fold. I have to cut it here actually. Well, let's look at it. So that's the top, and then it's going to go over here. This is the sleeve right there. So since I cut this on a fold, we need to cut the back. And I'm going to do it just the way the pattern is made out for. So let's put that there. We have the kerchief. I did change it a little bit. I always like to give me a little bit more extra space because we really need this. I have found that it is very hard if you follow the pattern for the kerchief. This is for the head. And here is our little hack. This is the pattern for the pocket. And see how we have it here. We're going to cut two. And this right here is the exact same size of the pattern for the pocket. Now what I have done is cut myself a smaller one. If you can see right here, this is the size when it is folded. So the hack is to cut yourself a piece of cardboard and fold it along the sides as you see right here. This piece is exactly this middle side, the part that our pocket's gonna be. So what I already did right here is I ironed it, and I ironed it with this piece on the inside. So it's been out for a few minutes, so it kind of opened itself up. And I am quickly going to share. This is the piece of the fabric, and this is the cardboard. The reason why you want a cardboard is because it's hard, and it's going to be easier for you to put it alongside. It gives you resistance, and it's going to help you make an ironed piece of the pocket. So when you're going to put it in the spot where you're supposed to put it on the skirt, it's not going to be as difficult. It is an easy dress, but putting these pockets and then folding the material as you're putting it in place, and I'll show you in a second. So this is what you do. Just fold over one side and iron the corner. Then after you have this corner, we're going to do the other one. So we're just going to spend 1 minute with this. And this is the easiest and the fastest thing to do in order to get perfect little pockets. They're going to be the same size. When you're doing this on your own, you may find that your pockets might be crooked. You may find that your pockets are not on the same level horizontally, and you may find that your pockets might not be the same size if you're trying to do this on your own as the piece of fabric that you just saw. So right here, it's going to get ironed. It's going to stay in place. Oops, I'm getting stuck. And I'm going to move my pieces here so that we can get started with the pockets. So I'm going to move this too. I'm going to turn that off. And that is, what was that, 5 minutes? Well, a little bit more than 5 minutes, but it's very important to do that. It's going to save you a lot of trouble. And let's take a look at the skirt again. Well, right over here, we're going to gather it. But the very first thing you want to do is put the pockets. If you gather your fabric and then you try to put this, it's going to be difficult because your fabric is going to be all scrunched up and you need it to be in place. So let's do this. This is the hack number 2. So we got our piece of fabric underneath. This piece has already been ironed, so I'm going to place it just like that. Okay, So what you want to do is fold it over right around there. And that's going to tell you with your hand, that is where you're going to put it. So that's your hack number 2. If you don't have any fancy little white pencils where you can mark it there, or removable ink. So this is the fastest, easiest thing if you don't have those things. So I'm just going to I'm going to place it right there. Okay, if you want to put another little pin, you can go ahead and do that. I'm going to put it right over here on the corner because I am not going to sew on the top. So that one is in place. Let's put that down again. So let's do the other side. So we're going to do it the opposite way. So I'm going to put it back in the spot. I'm going to take my little pocket. This is the cardboard. And you want to get the correct size because they do measure differently. So that is the wrong side. So this is the correct side. So again, what I'm going to do is fold this over enough for you to see the bottom and place it right there, and with your finger, and just take your tissue out and then start pinning it. So I'm going to pin it, put it right there, get my pin and put this in place. So 1 pin will do it. If you want to put 2, that'll be okay. So let's just put 2 in here. And we're going to be doing the little eyeball test. So this is the hardest thing out of the whole set. So let's do the little eyeball. Does that look straight to you? That looks straight enough. So right now I have the pink thread, so I'm going to change it. Let's see here. Welcome everybody to this Skipper Blythe sewing. If you're new and you missed the intro, I am sewing while I'm changing the thread. We're sewing McCalls 7480, and I'm also waiting for this to cool off. And we're sewing this cute little dress number D. So while I am changing the thread, I'm giving a little quick reintroduction. We just finished showing the hack, and the hack is in the pockets. And if you have tried sewing this dress, let me know, how did you do in the pockets? I didn't do so great. Doesn't matter how many years you've been working or sewing. It's it matters if you do things easier for yourself. So right now I'm kind of by the microphone. I probably sounded a little bit closer. I've got my face and nose closer to this, so that's why it probably sounded closer. So we're going to get started and sewing the pockets. So I'm not going to sew the top because we want little Skipper and Blythe to put their little goodies in there. So I'm just going to sew up and straight up and down. And I'm going to be very careful because I still have the iron. The reason why my iron is here is because my dog is in the room. I have crazy cats that have no boundaries, and I have it here. I am going to be brave. I have gotten burnt before. I'm going to be brave and sew along with it, because if I don't see it, my cats could inadvertently jump into it and get really badly burnt. So that's the reason why it's here. So I am sewing along, and I'm going to push this little star pin over. Have a lot of thread in here. And welcome everybody. And I will be doing more sewing tutorials. I'm starting with the easier patterns for our new sewing dolly aficionados. I don't know what I did with my scissors, my good scissors. These are not my good scissors here, but it's managing to cut very nicely. So let's take a look at the pocket, and the harder parts take a little bit longer. So there it is. And we're still doing the eyeball test. It looks pretty straight enough. So let me just nudge it a bit, because fabric does move when you're sewing. I didn't plan that fabric to move as I said it, but let's put it down here. Once this is gathered over here, it's going to be a little bit hard to see if it's just like a fraction of a centimeter off. Okay. And let's take this out. I am just going to nudge it just slightly, ever so slightly there. And I'm a little bit off there. Let's see here. Let's get a little bit closer there. Okay. So right now I am going to be cleaning out the threads, because these loose threads really do add up after a while, and then it's going to be hard to see which side is up. So here is our skirt. The next thing to do is we're going to work on the gather, and you do this. This is my old sewing machine. So what I'm doing now is I'm loosening it up. It's going to be loose. It's not going to be tight. And I'm going to sew 2 rows. That is going to make it, it's going to make it into a very beautiful little controllable gather. Okay, I just put my hand there, and I can still feel that it is hot, so I'm being very careful. All right, so I am using the side of my foot to keep in line with this, and hopefully the thread's not gonna, okay, I was afraid of the thread. Okay, so, oh, did you hear that? Listen to this. It's still very hot. Oh, it was because it was on low. So let's help it. All right, so I'm gonna have to struggle with that for a little bit longer. So let's see if we can work from this side only. So I'm taking the 2 top threads and just pull it over. little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like this until we get the top done. But first of all, let me show you the instructions so that you can have a visual. A lot of people are visual like myself. So let me show you how we go about working the shorts. Okay, so right now we just finished this part right here where we worked the pocket, we put it in there, we did the gather. Well, right over here they went and did the dress, but right now we're going to skip over to the shorts, or the panties. We're going to sew the top. This one has lace, but we're not going to put lace, and we're going to close it right there. After that, we're going to work with the top right here. Work on the top, and I do not have the tiny rickrack, but we're just going to be doing the side and the neck. So here are the shorts. We're kind of moving in a little different direction, so I'm going to sew the side, and I'm going to tighten this up, making it a little bit more tighter. Make sure that this is aligned. Where are my scissors? So I have, let's do it one more time. I have pink, let me see, I have pink thread underneath. Let me see if I have blue in here. I don't have blue, but I have teal, which is going to be a little bit better. Oh, I had white actually. All right. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to do just very tiny. Oh no! Lost it. Oh my goodness. Let's cut it a little bit better. All right, let's try this again. So for whatever reason, I think I got a little bit of a gather in here. Okay, now I'm going to do it one more time. So every little piece takes time. And let's do the hem. We can go ahead and do like this and double so that it's nice, but we can do it once and then do the other one later too. So we know that it has a very tight little hem. And let's do the other. And see how it is the same right over here too. Okay, so now we're going to sew the back. We already sewed the front. Now we're going to sew the back. And we open it up and connect the little crotch. Okay. And notice how I always use right here as my little ruler. Okay, next is the dress. So let's see the cute little shorts. let's get our little skipper here. And this part, we're going to put the snap. So for now, we're just going to put the pin to keep it there. So that is very cute. Okay, it is not hot, so I'm going to move it. So we're going to leave this for last. Let's get with the little bodice. So this is the neck and this is the sleeve. So let's start with the sleeve. What we can do is just go like this and do a double fold. Tiny little double fold. Okay, that's that one. Now this side. Hi, Katie. I am sewing. I loved your videos, Katie. You have such a beautiful collection of dolls. So, okay, so this... Oh, great. Well, don't get... Well, I know I won't get confused. So let's pull this back. And what I'm going to do is just ease this up. We do need easement along the neck and right here in the middle. This right here is the back. Like that. So we're going to do this. I always like using my soft tool. It's the best and the easiest thing. So let's measure how much do I need as a rough draft. I'm going to need that much. So I'm going to cut the just about 1/4 inch is enough for you to put it, and then after it is sewed, it's just about 1/4 inch. So it's the most economical. It is transparent. It's lightweight, and it just saves you a lot in doing this and folding your fabric. See how the fabric with the cutting is making way? It's actually moving for you. It's like making it into a straight line. All right, there we go. It's hard to see if you sew it, if you're looking at it face forward, but if you look at the back, you can see that that's pretty much a good circumference from the edge to where you sewed. So this is where you can see if you made any wrong turns or any like movements in there. So now that I have that, I fold it. And I am going to sew this, and it's going to be a breeze. Sewing the necks is always a hard little part of sewing for dolls. Especially the smaller the doll, the harder it is. It's not so that you're using less fabric. It is harder sewing for smaller dolls. So just take each part as a little step. We're not in a race. We're not going to win a trophy for finishing quickly. We just want to have a very nice looking outfit for our little dolls. See how I'm holding the tool? I'm holding it at and pull. Did I say that? Did I say it wrong? I'm doubting myself, Katie. Yeah, the smaller the doll, the harder it is. Yeah, you're saving a little bit of money on fabric, but no. It is hard. So this is the excess part. Okay, so we need to cut this out. So I'm cutting the edges, and then I'm going to go in the middle part. Be careful when you're doing this not to cut the fabric. You don't want to cut a hole in here. So be very careful what you're doing. I have ruined some dresses in the past by doing certain things. So there is your neck. And what we want to do, this right here is the way it's going to fold. So let me give you this other hack. So the best thing to do is just put it side by side. You can sew it with a needle or thread, or you can just hold it, or you can go like this. And when you get to this part right here, bring the other side of your sleeve and put it right along the other one. Don't put your finger there. I'm just holding it. And just sew it along. See there? Now they're connected. Now they're connected. And it is one piece. It is one piece, so when you sew your little skirt, you don't have to second guess about it. So let's do the other part. So you can get yourself a little runway like an airplane. And that is so that your thread is in place. And then just bring the other sleeve over. Put it alongside. You can use the bottom and just to hold it in place, the bottom of the threading. And there you go. And then go back and forth. And there we have the top together. Voila! Now we have to fix this, but we're going to do that once we have the skirt together. So here is our skirt. We already did the pockets. So let's put it together with a pin. And this is the part where is even. This is the part where we are going to look at it and see if we are happy with what we have. So with the back and front together, we're just going to do a mock-up measuring. So we need to loosen up the skirt. So I'm going to loosen up the sides because I like my gather to be seen in the front. So let's move it a little bit, making it a little bit bigger. Okay, so let's see now. Okay, and I'm just pressing it down to see. We need just a little bit more. When I did the gather, I kind of guesstimated it. Just a guess. Okay, so that should be enough. So let's try it now. Actually, look, we have a little bit of space over here. Do the trick. Okay, good. So now we have it. All right, so I'm going to pin it down and we're going to sew this together. After I sew this, I am going to put it through the serger. So I'm looking at the middle and I'm looking at the pocket, so that's pretty much right on the center. All right. See, that's the center right here. And that's the center right there. So now it is time to sew this together. Now that we placed it with the pins, we know that it's going to fit. Okay, there. We know that there's enough skirt for the top. And let's go do this now. Oh, what did I do? Did I do something? I don't know. It just was late. So I'm using this and my stitch as my measuring. Move that. Okay, so let's look at the dress now that it is sewn together. Look how darling this little country dress is. This part right here is the second part of the gather. And what did I do with it? We can take that out later, or we can take it out right now. All I have to do is just get one and then just pull it. I thought I could do it with my hand, with my nail. I'm going to pull it from here. See that? How easy this is? And that is the second part of the gathering stitch that I did to control it a little bit nicer. So this is the adorable little dress. Look how straight this is with the hack. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run this through the serger. I'm going to run it through the side and I'm going to run it on the bottom. So it's going to take me a little while. In the meantime, let me bring you Skipper to look at while I am going to be sewing this, and you'll be able to hear the noise. So I'm making sure that I don't have any pins in here, because you'd be surprised. You think you take them all out and then you run it through with the needle. Second guessing myself, making sure there are no pins in here at all. So I'm doing the waist. I was double and triple checking. What happened to my scissors? Okay. All right, so I just did that. So I'm gonna go along the side now. So I'm gonna go faster now because I know I don't have any pins here. So I just sewed the sides, and right now I'm going to sew the hem, or actually I can do the double fold for the hem. I think it's going to be a lot cuter and it's going to add weight to it. So let's do the hem. We're going to do the hem like this and then double sew it. There we go. That was actually faster than the serger. So there is our hem of the inside. And we have a lot of thread to take care of here. Let me move my pieces because I do not want to lose them. And we're going to do the little headpiece. Oops, oops, oops. The fan is blowing my pieces away. Let's sew this together. And it's perfect. You see where the top and bottom connect. So much thread everywhere. And now for the little kerchief part. So this would be okay just to sew it like this. I will be in the lookout for the baby rickrack. I really, really do like it. I'll show you what a baby rickrack looks like. I'm gonna get a fashion that I made, and I'll show you how tiny it is versus what is readily available right now. It's very large. Oh, that's going to be extra fabric stuck in there. I can feel it. Yep. Now remember, I gave myself a little bit extra, just a little bit extra more fabric along the edge, along the this part right here. It's a little bit longer. This is the part where I said there was going to be some threading. Oh, that one came kind of perfect there. So here's little Skipper. Let's turn our dress. Oh, let's fix a little bit of this. There's always thread, like I always say. So much thread. And I always try to cut the pieces. There we go. Let's try on this cute little dress. Oh no, we need to sew it a little bit in here. So let's not worry about that. I'm gonna sew it right now. Just came out. Making sure there's no fabric underneath. All right. This part right here is not going to come out again. I made triple sure. So all the edges are nice and tight. All right, let's put this on Skipper. Hey Katie, can you do live streams? All right, let's see. Here's her cute little dress. I'm going to hold it with the pin so that we can get the gist of it. Oh, you have over 50 subscribers, right? In your channel? Oh yeah, you should do them. I'll watch them. Okay, yeah, do a live stream or do it. I did a couple of tester ones, you know, just to make sure, you know. But yeah, you should do a live stream. There is Skipper. And let's try. I mean, if you want to make your YouTube work, you need hours. You need 3,000 hours and then 4,000 hours. Your live streams should help you. And that's the reason why I'm doing it. I'm trying to grow myself. So here is the little cap. And I have enough room, if you can see here, by the extra fabric that I gave myself. She looks so cute. So let's put the metal snaps on. Let's see here. So that we can get the full view of how it's gonna look with this. So I don't need this anymore. So when you're doing this, one goes underneath, one goes on the top, and the other one is gonna fold in like that. So I need the extra space because it gets so hard at the edge. As you can see right there, it gets so hard because when you're sewing, it folds into nothing. So I'm gonna try to do this quickly. And I'm going to connect side to side. I need this little extra space because if I didn't do this, I would be like over the little hill right here. So if you try doing the kerchief as it is, let me know if adding a little bit of space like I do is helping you out. Okay, then you can fold it over, but I really need it. This little extra space here. See that? I can't even manage it. Okay, this is gonna help me fold it over. Down over here. Look, it's gonna follow me. It's gonna follow. There it is, right there. I need to secure one more little spot. That one right there. All right, we're gonna do the other one right now. After we have a look with Skipper, then I'm gonna try this on Blythe. So let's see how much room. You gotta put this on your Skipper so you can see where the other one needs to go. Okay, so right there. Right there. Because you want it to be nice and tight. I feel that I'm so over the edge, over the cliff with these, the kerchief. I'm going to leave this so, because it looks nice. And again, I am at the end of my thread. I run out of thread so quickly. That's because I'm always sewing. Almost done, and then we're going to try this on the Blythe doll. Okay, I can't do much more. Let's see how I ran out of thread. It's so tight. There we go. So I'm gonna pin this back because I'm paranoid about my cats stepping on it, my dog stepping on it, my crazy cats after the thread. And the thread is connected to the needle, and yes, I caught one. It had it in her mouth. I just happened to be there. I don't even want to imagine. She wouldn't even be alive if she would eat the needle and thread. So I have to be mindful to cover the needles and thread. I put a little diorama wall, and I put it over, just so that my cat won't be eating the needle with the thread with the needle. So let's try this. Sorry about that little drama. So let's put this on her so you can see. There it is, right in the middle. She looks so cute. There's the inside. All right. You can see that it is daytime still. This is how cute that little dress. And let's take a look at the pattern. Where did it go? Did I drop it? There it is, this one right here. And let me show you what rickrack, the vintage one looks like. Okay, this is a dress that I made right here. It is a copy of Red Splendor, I believe. So I made this little hat. See right there. And the little socks, the little gloves. I made this 3D purse. And here is the dress that I made. This right here is the baby rickrack. Right there. And that is the one that they have in this pattern. And it's so hard for me to find this. It would have looked so cute, but I don't have any more of this. I need to find more of this little baby rickrack. This is the rickrack that is available right now. This is small. I have more. And you see the comparison right here to this baby one right here. And let me see if I can find the other ones that I have. Let me see, where is it? It's always around here, but of course I can't find it when I need it. So I have another rickrack bigger than this. And I'm going to be bringing, I'm going to be bringing the Blythe. I was just looking in my bag of laces. Let's try this on Blythe, see what it looks like on her. Now let me put this away. Cute little set. Okay. Save that. Okay. Well, Blythe won't be able to fit into this. And I'm curious myself to see if Blythe is going to fit into Skipper little shorts. All right, let's sit her down. Oh, her shorts are back there. So I am trying the shorts on her. They barely make it up her hips, but it looks really nice on her. And there is enough space with the overlap, so it looks really cute on her. So that's what. So the pattern for articulated Blythe looks really cute. And what is this here? I'll have to take that out. So here are the shorts. Look super cute on her. Let's see here. Let's take care of this. And these big hands do fit through the little armhole, and I'm still working on taking loose threads away. And let's try this other one right here. Oops. See how big her hands are? It is a little bit of a workout, and this standard little armhole, but it does fit. And you know, this color looks so beautiful on this tan skinned Blythe. Look how cute she looks. So let me hold the back. This is how it would be. So I'm going to pin this so that we can get a cute little visual. This is a darling dress pattern. It's fairly easy once you can get down the placement of the pockets. And let's put her little, isn't that darling? Doesn't she look so cute? Let's put your hands in there. Because you're such a busy girl, we're going to put your hands in the pocket. Oh my God, this is so cute. Let's get this pose. She has busy fingers. Let's get her hands in this pocket. It's gonna be so cute. Now look at that pose. Isn't this so darling? Perfect little dress for articulated Blythe, that's for sure. So I only have two. Blythe dolls that have articulated hands or body, but I do have the Takara, the Neo Blythe, with her straight little hands. It would look cute too. So, oh, look it! She has her little pinky over here. That's so cute. So, who knows what she can do with the little hat. It does not fit her. But I bet if you put a little pin over here, that would look darling, just like that. Just put like little, what is it, bobby pins. Just put it on in there, and that'll look cute right there. But I should work on making one for her Blythe, because this is a darling little peasant style. So we are nearing the end of our live stream. Who wore it better? I think Blythe wears it better. She looks so darling, so adorable. So what we did today was easy with a hack. The hack being the pockets. McCalls 7480, dress number D, right there. And I'm gonna go on the search for a baby, what do you call that? Baby rickrack. I think this size would have been cute too. But I have it on pink. So that is on my to-do list, to find baby rickrack. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great rest of the weekend. For those of you that are going to be watching this after the live stream, have a great rest of your day or night. Make tomorrow a good one. And always remember, when you're kind to others, it comes back to you 100-fold. So let's work on that. And I do believe in the butterfly effect. It's going to come back to us a 100-fold. Thank you so much. Katie, thank you for being such a great new subscriber. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye, everybody. right, we'll see you soon. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye.